In Star Wars, there are 7 major fighting styles that we see used in canon pretty often. Each style is referenced as a form and varies from Form 1 all the way to Form 7. It is said that during the prequels era, most Jedi Padawan would start with Form 1 and then test other forms they were curious about to decide what they'd use fully. Today, however, we are going to talk about a form that not only the Jedi banned from use, but even the Sith wouldn't allow this form to be used. It was that bad. This form is called Trikata, and is one of the only forms of lightsaber combat to be banned by both the Jedi and Sith. You might be wondering why this form of combat was banned, but first, we need to take a look at its origin to figure that out. During the Old Republic, there were many wars between Jedi and Sith. In the midst of these wars, a Jedi consular created this technique of fighting in order to compensate for weaknesses with using a lightsaber. It was based on quickly shutting off and then reigniting the blade, which confused the opponent and allowed for the user to get a cheap shot, which would often kill the opponent. You might be wondering, why would a Jedi come up with this form if it's so bad? And the reason that a Jedi consular would create this type of technique is because they focused on the ways of the Force, and less on the ways of lightsaber combat with attack and defense. This put consulars at a heavy disadvantage during combat, and this is the reason why he created this form. Because this was so frowned upon from the Jedi and Sith alike, this is the main reason why we never saw this technique used in canon Star Wars, until the Acolyte came out, where Chimera uses it to dishonorably kill Jeki, although I don't think he cared about the honor from Jedi or anyone anyways. The last thing to note about Trikata was it was typically used alongside Form 6, otherwise known as Jarkai, which is a form that focuses on domination, and the user would usually wield 2 blades. Using Trikata, Jarkai, and 2 blades together was heavily frowned upon, because of the easy advantage a user gains from using it. What's really fascinating about Trikata though, is it being banned by both the Jedi and Sith is what it reveals about their underlying beliefs. For the Jedi, combat is kind of a last resort, meant to be more honorable, a reflection of their commitment to peace. Trikata, with its reliance on deception, may have felt too close to trickery, too far from the disciplined, righteous path that they valued. The Sith, on the other hand, embrace power and dominance. For them, combat is about imposing their will, showing superiority through sheer strength. But even for them, Trikata's tactical, almost subtle nature didn't fit that ethos either, and they banned it as well. It's very cowardly in the eyes of a Sith. Yet, despite these bans, Trikata remains a fascinating reminder of the gray areas that exist even within the Force. It's proof that there's always room for innovation and strategy, even in a galaxy so bound by tradition, Jedi, Sith. It also speaks to a truth about combat itself. Sometimes the most effective moves are the ones your enemy doesn't even see coming. Trikata is the embodiment of that concept of using the unexpected to turn the tide, and while it may have been pushed to the fringes, those who mastered it understood its true power. I personally think Trikata is a really interesting technique in Star Wars, and the fact that the Jedi and Sith both kind of banned it from combat is extremely interesting to me, and I hope it was for you guys too. Thank you guys for watching, hope you have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.